president of CCSO. I'd like to thank all my volunteers across Canada that makes this great system available for everybody to snowmobile on, that drives the economic boom that comes because of the trails, and it's all on the volunteers. So to all my board members that are here, I thank you from the bottom of my heart that make it happen. I'll now introduce the floor and pass it over to our host tonight, and it's the second time, Minister of Accor, Ms. Hutchinson.
Goody.
Look,
thanks so much. The only thing we're missing is some snow that we'll be able to get out and try out those sleds. But I think Mother Nature, even though there is this little thing called climate change, Mother Nature will make sure we get lots of snow so we can get out.
Yes, girl.
I got to tell you, as Bob knows, I try to get one trip in a year, and I've got to try to get 2 trips in a year.
Yes.
This year. But look, there's nothing like it getting out, and you're so right. It's an economic generator, what it does in all our small communities or big communities from coast to coast to coast. It's truly amazing what snowmobiling can do. It's great for your mental health. It's great for your physical health. It's great for big business, small business. And again, thanks to all the volunteers that make it happen. And I'm now going to turn it over to Annie and Carol, and to say a few words from the NDP, because this is, snowmobiling has got nothing to do with party politics. It's all about getting the job done.
You're right.
Well, sure, thank you. Thank you, Goody. It's really great to be here. It's I'm a newly appointed Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Tourism and Economic Development Agency of Canada for the Quebec regions. It's really an honor to be here today. Merci beaucoup pour le chaleureux accueil. Merci beaucoup pour le nom. J'ai quelques mots que sont préparés pour moi. If you will allow me to just share with you some of the comments that have been prepared. There's a message that we would like to deliver. So I wish I could speak so eloquently as my friend Goody here from the heart, but I don't want to miss an important message. So if you will just indulge me for a few minutes, I'll try and get through this as quickly as possible. Bonjour, Anine. Hello everyone, and thank you for inviting me to meet with you today. It's a pleasure to have the opportunity to hear from you and to learn more about the Canadian Council of Snowmobile Organizations. I was lucky enough to be able to sit myself outside on some of those very beautiful machines, and I will take on the invitation to go out to New Brunswick and hopefully ride it one day with you, and I will take you up on that. I also want to acknowledge that we're gathered on the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. It's very exciting to meet with you all, as I said, as the newly appointed Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Tourism. I know that my minister would have been really, really happy to be here today, but you know, ministers' schedules are so busy and fluid, so I'm very happy to be here to represent her. And I know that just like the Government of Canada, your council is working to foster and encourage tourism and its economic benefits throughout the country. I don't need to tell you that trails are an important economic contributor to the tourism industry and to local economies alike. Based on the 2023 National Léger Survey, 72% of Canadians are trail users, and over 1/3 spend on average $180 supporting local businesses while using trails. Les petites entreprises touristiques sont le pivot de l'économie canadienne et le cœur des communautés de ce pays et d'ailleurs. We have been taking a closer look at the challenges and opportunities facing the Canadian tourism industry. Pour que le tourisme poursuive sa croissance, nous devons travailler ensemble, parmi tous les ordres du gouvernement, au sein du cabinet, avec les intervenants et l'international pour surmonter les défis au cœur de la réussite du tourisme canadien. Thank God for numbers. Where's page 4? There you go. And the new federal tourism growth strategy maps this way forward, including a focus on embracing recreation and the great outdoors. The Government of Canada launched federal tourism growth strategy earlier this year. The strategy focuses on 5 key priorities: investing in Canada's tourism assets, embracing recreation in the great outdoors, partnering to grow indigenous tourism, attracting more international events, improving coordination with the Federal Ministerial Council. La stratégie s'appuie sur ce qui fait du Canada une excellente destination et se concentre sur la façon d'élever l'industrie du tourisme à un niveau supérieur. That includes working together to grow and develop more world-class destinations right here at home in urban and rural and remote areas while expanding our four-season appeal. The strategy reflects the importance of the great outdoors and recognizes the importance of trails in facilitating Canadians and international guests access to natural spaces. Budget 2023 announced $108 million in funding over 3 years to the regional development agencies to support local community projects. This will include projects that will help to promote recreational tourism, particularly through investments in trail inventory and infrastructure to grow the treasures and icons that Canadians and visitors to Canada love the most. Budget 2022 also committed $55 million over 5 years in funding to Parks Canada to support trail development and help connect travelers to non-urban regions, something that you and I will have to discuss a little bit further in detail. We had a nice chat on the side, and thank you very much for educating me, because it's important to bring that message back. The advocacy and research led by your organization enriches Canada's regions, and I am grateful for your work in this area. I am committed to working with the tourism industry, as is my minister, and our minister, and organizations like yours, as we take on the important work outlined in the strategy. Together we will boost tourism by leveraging trails and related infrastructure, by focusing on a high-quality inventory of trails, ensuring market readiness, and through leveraging the resources of Destination Canada and other marketing avenues to promote local trails. I look forward to furthering our discussion as time goes on and as I learn more about my new portfolio and learning more about the work your team does. Thank you very much, Megwit.
Thank you.
Now Carol Hughes.
There you go, girl.
No, sorry.
Allô, bonjour tout le monde. Moi aussi, je vais reconnaître qu'on est sur le territoire non cédé des Premières Nations Algonquin. Et puis, je ne sais pas si il y a des gens, des députés du Parti conservateur qui est rentré ou du Parti québécois, Bloc québécois, mais je peux vous dire qu'eux aussi ont un grand intérêt dans l'association ainsi que dans le sport de la motoneige. So I come from Northern Ontario. I have the riding of beautiful riding of Algoma, Manitoulin, and Kapuskasing.
We also.
And yes, no. Certainly, if you haven't been to Manitoulin Island, you want to be there. But you know, when it comes to snowmobiling, you want to go to Duberville, you want to go to Kapuskasing, you want to go to Elliott Lake, you want to go to all of those places that just love the sport. And if you're a snowmobiler and you don't own a pair of Duberville boots, then you need to get a pair of Duberville boots. And you don't even have to wear socks in these boots because they are the best. So look them up. I know that Pat Breuve is just a really a big proponent of the trails. And so, you know, going up to Duberville is really the great place to be. To experience what winter really has to be, whether it's Wawa, Kapuskasing, Hearst, all of those areas. So I just want to say that, you know, for us, tourism is built on especially the winter. So we do need to have that snow. I'm not prepared for it right now, and I'm okay that it's going to be 17 or 18 tomorrow, but I do know that, you know, our survival depends on snowmobiling. And so I just want to thank you for all of the work that you are doing in promoting the sport, in trying to make sure that the investments are there to grow the sport, and we are with you 100%. And I just really appreciate the fact that you've invited us to, and that you're coming to lobby us, just to make sure that we don't forget how important of a role you play in tourism. Alors, merci à tout le monde, et puis j'apprécie vraiment tout ce que vous faites pour agrandir le tourisme dans ce sport-là. Alors, on dépend sur vous pour nos économies.
Thanks, Annie, and I want to give a shout out to Yvonne snowmobilers here, and maybe we can do one of these and go sledding one day. So thanks very much for all you do. Back to you, my love.
Just also want to thank the dealers that brought the sleds for us. I forgot to say that.
They're beautiful.
These are individual dealers in the area. There's a Yamaha dealer, Ski-Doo, and Polaris have bought sleds. So thank you very much. And who brought the groomer, Dennis?
We brought the groomer, local District 1.
District 1 for bringing the groomer. That groomer outside, you have to realize that is worth $420,000 to $450,000. Then you have to hook a drag behind it that's worth $35,000 to $40,000, and you have to fill it up with fuel at $2 a liter. So that's why we're lobbying like we are. We have a great sport, and we have a business that we give back when you invest. So thank you for what you do. We appreciate what you do, and maybe a little greedy. We're always looking for a little more.